We think we know what the universe is, but what if our understanding is just wrong? The universe is everything that exists, everything we can see, touch, and feel, everything we've seen in pictures and videos, everything we haven't yet discovered, all of space and time. But what exactly is it? There are many theories about the origin of the universe. There are also many theories about its composition and some more about its end. But what do we really know about it? It might be worth looking at a few of these ideas to help us better understand this question. The Big Bang Theory is the prevailing cosmological model for the universe. According to this theory, the universe began as a hot, dense singularity. Then around 13.8 billion years ago, it started expanding and cooling. As the universe cooled, energy began to condense into particles, which then formed into atoms, stars, galaxies, and planets. Evidence for the Big Bang Theory includes a redshift of distant galaxies, the cosmic microwave background radiation, and the abundance of light elements such as hydrogen and helium. While there are some problems with the theory, such as the fact that it doesn't explain what caused the Big Bang or where the universe came from before that moment, it's still the best explanation we have for how the universe began. But what does this tell us about the nature of the universe? Does it tell us anything at all? Perhaps the most popular idea about the universe is that it's infinite. This means that the universe has no boundaries or edge. If you were to travel in any direction, you would never reach the end. There's always more universe to explore. There are two ways that the universe could be infinite. It could be infinite in size, or it could be infinite in time. If the universe is infinite in size, then there's an infinite amount of matter in the universe. This means that there's an infinite amount of mass in the universe. According to Einstein's theory of general relativity, mass warps space. So if there's an infinite amount of mass in the universe, then space-time must also be infinite. On the other hand, if the universe is infinite in time, then there's an infinite amount of events that have happened or will happen in the universe. This means that there's an infinite amount of information in the universe. However, according to the second law of thermodynamics, entropy wins every time. This means that the universe is always becoming more disordered. So if the universe is infinite in time, then at some point in the past, it must have been perfectly ordered. This would violate the second law of thermodynamics. Therefore, the universe cannot be infinite in time. Another popular idea about the universe is that it's a simulation. This theory is based on the idea that we entrust our senses and that reality is not what it seems. Proponents of this theory believe that the universe is actually a computer simulation created by a more advanced civilization. They believe that we read just NPCs or non-player characters in this simulation and that we don't have free will. We're just following a script. There are a few arguments in favor of the simulation hypothesis. First, we know that computers are becoming more and more powerful and that eventually they'll be able to simulate reality perfectly. Second, physics suggests that the universe is made up of information. This information could be stored on a computer. Third, if we're living in a simulation, it would mean that we're probably not alone in the universe. There are other simulations out there with other people in them. However, there are also some major problems with this hypothesis. First, we have no evidence that the universe is actually a simulation. All of the evidence we have could just as easily be explained by the Big Bang Theory. Second, even if we did have evidence that the universe was a simulation, it wouldn't necessarily mean that we're living in one. Maybe we're just watching a recording of one. Third, if we're living in a simulation, then who created the simulation? And if they're more advanced than us, then why are we so stupid? This is known as the simulation argument. It goes like this. If civilizations are able to advance beyond a certain point, then they'll be able to create simulations of universes. So if we find out that there are other simulations out there, then it would suggest that our own universe is actually a simulation. However, this argument only works if we assume that we're living in a simulation. So it's really just a circular argument. So if the universe isn't infinite and it's not a simulation, then what is it? One possibility is that the universe is a hologram. This theory is based on the idea that all of the information in the universe is stored on a two-dimensional surface. This surface could be located at the edge of the universe, or it could be inside of a black hole. We would only be able to see the universe because we're looking through the surface. The hologram theory has some interesting implications. For one thing, it would mean that the universe is actually much simpler than we think. All of the complexity we see around us would just be an illusion. Another implication of the hologram theory is that there are actually an infinite number of universes. This is because the information on the hologram could be encoded in different ways. Each different encoding would create a different universe. This means that there's an infinite amount of universes out there, each with its own laws of physics and constant. We would only ever be able to see one of them. This is known as the many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics. According to this interpretation, every time a quantum event occurs, the universe splits into multiple universes. In one universe, the event will occur one way, and in another universe, it will occur another way. This means that there are an infinite number of universes where every possible outcome of every quantum event has occurred. What do you think? Is the universe infinite? Is it a simulation? Is it a hologram? Or is it something else entirely? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and leave a like. I'd appreciate it. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Now, here's another video you might like. The heat death of the universe. When the universe began, it was hot. As it expanded, it cooled. Eventually, stars began to form, and when they exploded, they spread heavy elements across the universe. Eventually, life arose, and then intelligent life. Now, intelligent life is spreading throughout the galaxy and beyond. The future looks bright until one day the expansion of the universe begins to slow down and then stop. Gravity takes over and everything begins to collapse. Stars are flung into newly forming black holes, and the fabric of space-time itself begins to rip. As the heat death of the universe approaches, all of the matter in the universe is drawn together and crushed into a single point. This point contains all of the mass and energy of the universe. At this point, the universe reaches maximum entropy and the heat death of the universe occurs. At this point, nothing can happen anymore. The universe is a frozen wasteland of cold, dark matter. Even light can't escape the crushing gravity of the dead universe. All that's left is a faint glow from the remnants of dead stars. This is the heat death of the universe. What do you think? How will the universe end? Will you be around to see it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and leave a like. I'd appreciate it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.